Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to new session. In the last session, we have seen about Indian society in the colonial era and reformations in the society. Like girls, the last topic we learned about girls began going to schools, where girls were not allowed to get education, and especially they were not allowed to get outside education, outside of home, means school education. Girls were not allowed to take. However, few changes were began, like many of the girls began to going to school and they got education and their lives began to change. Many became like well educated women, teachers, doctors, and women began to write about women. Let us see. From the early 20th century, Muslim women like Begum of Bhopal played notable role in promoting education among women. They founded a primary school for girls at Aligarh, present day in Uttar Pradesh. Another remarkable woman in Muslim community was Begum Rokeya Sakhawat Hossain. She started school for Muslim girls in Patna and Calcutta. She was fearless. She was fearless critic of conservative ideas, those who believe in the old traditional ideas of Indian society, conservative. She was fearless. She criticized their ideas. And she argued that religious leaders of every faith accorded an inferior place to women, and her argue was pretty correct because no matter whether Muslim or Hindu, they show women as inferior, as lower compared to men. And important thing is that they took coverage of religious ideas for their own benefits. More, by 1880s, Indian women began to enter universities. Apart from school education, they began to get university education. Some of them trained to be doctors. Some of them became doctors. Some became teachers. Many women began to write and publish their critical views on the place of women in society. As place of women in society was low at that time, so many of them began to write about them. For instance, like Tarabai Sinde, like I shared last time about her, she wrote a book named Stri Purusha Tulna, means a comparison between women and men. She criticized in the book about social differences between men and women, position of women in society and position of man in society. And she criticized about it. More about it, Pandita Ramabai, a great scholar of Sanskrit, felt that Hinduism was oppressive towards women. Told you just minutes ago that those religious leader and conservative people took help of religious beliefs. They like covered themselves by religious ideas. They mix up their own ideas in the name of religion. So Pandita Ramabai, who was a Sanskrit scholar, felt that Hinduism was oppressive towards women and wrote about the miserable lives of upper caste Hindu women. A miserable life, even in upper class Hindu society, those rich Hindu society, those well known and reputed Hindu societies. But even in those society, those upper caste society, women's situation, their position was inferior. So she founded Widows' Home at Pune to provide shelter to women who had been treated badly by their husbands and their families. Pune presently, at the time Pune. So she founded Widows Home, shelter for women, those who became victim of their husbands as well as their relatives' bad behavior. Here, women were trained so they could support themselves economically. They became self-dependent. Needless to say, all this more than alarm to Orthodox. Orthodox or alarm, they found risk on them. Orthodox, those people, those who believe in their tradition, routine. So, Orthodox people, for instance, many Hindu nationalists felt that Hindu women were adopting Western ways and that would corrupt Hindu culture and erode family value. Here, about family value. According to them, family value. Actually, inferior position of women is not a kind of a family value. I do not consider it as a family value. But according to them, they believe that they consider that system, their tradition, their belief as Hindu culture as well as their family values, and they afraid to lose it. And not about only Hindu, Muslims as well. So Orthodox Muslims were also worried about the impact of these changes. They didn't like that Western influence because in Western society, women place already they got higher in the society, right? So they didn't like it. They wanted to keep women like in jail at their home. So they were alarmed by it. As we know, by the end of 19th century, women themselves were actively working to reform. Many women became reformers, social reformers. They came forward for their own. So they began to reform. They began to try to reform the society in many different ways, like by writing books. They wrote books. They edited magazines, founded schools and training centers, and set up women's association for the well-being of women at that time. From the early 20th century, they formed political pressure groups to push the law for female struggle and better health care and education for women. They formed group associations, women's association, pressure groups means an official union organization, association, which can make influence on government. That is why I call it pressure. So if such groups demand to government, that means they can make pressure on government to bring certain changes. So they form association, and they demanded the right to vote. They demanded better health services, health care, as well as they demanded for education for women. Some of them joined various kind of nationalist and socialist movement in 1920s. Nationalist socialist movement, those were political movements. So many women were joined them. More in the 20th century, leaders such as Jawaharlal Nehru and Subhash Chandra Bose lent their support to demand for greater equality and freedom for women. Many those modern nationalists of that era, they believed about the greater equality and freedom for women. Jawaharlal Nehru, Subhash Chandra Bose were few of them, those who insisted for higher position of women in Indian society. Nationalist leaders promised that there would be full suffrage for all women and men after independence. Suffrage here, right to vote for everyone. They promised, nationalist leaders, they promised for women right to vote after independence. And yes, they fulfilled their promise. However, till then, they asked women to concentrate women on anti-British struggle. So this is about reformation towards women's position in the society. More about caste system and social reform. Soon we shall discuss in the coming video. Thank you so much for watching video.